Okay, so we got level 2 and we got level 1 already in the bag. That's level 2 in the background. And I don't think I drew like a physical version, like a hand drawn real life version for pencils and stuff. So I basically had to figure it out on my own. And I'm using like a big brush to just really hammer it all out because I think it helps with making certain cartoons aspects, and I really, really tried to up the ante on this one. I personally don't think I did that much of a difference. I don't think I felt like it made it more impactful or um, whatnot. I think it was mainly because of how do you say it? The angle. Like I kept the same angle. Um, it just looked super sloppy and lazy, and it's, I mean, that's kind of like my thing right now. Trying to just pump these out as fast as possible. Here I am just shitting on my work right here. Just shitting on my work. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna be shitting on my yo, fuck this guy. This guy that doesn't understand anything or whatever. Yeah. Um Anywho's I think the if you watch the first one and second one, basically it's dude is punching the ground, and I'm trying to make it as quote unquote as epic as possible. It's the level 3 versions, and I usually try to spend a little bit more time on the level 3 versions. Yeah, I did not do well on this one. I think is mainly the for me personally is like the character is super complex and semi, like, not really interesting. Like, honestly speaking, like, I think the color scheme was not the best color scheme. I mean, it's a color scheme. It's not like, the end all be all to color schemes or whatever, if there is any. Um, it's just, what you prefer and stuff. But yeah, I'm looking at it now, and yeah, I just I wish I would have done better, whether it be with the lighting or presenting the character in that tone. But yeah, I think I really upped my ante, or like really get my skills up, if you will, when I started to like get into like the summons. The summons were a little bit later on, and they made me yeah, really change my game. And here I'm trying to do a bad job, doing a really bad job at it, by the way. Applying focus to the character and the area. It comes off very lazily, as you can see. And yeah. And I honestly wish I didn't give him those goggles, or at least change up the goggles a little bit, because it looks like it's just like a big giant venomish Spider-Man or something like that. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I love those characters. It just feels like it's just not its own character, especially when you throw all of it in shadows like that. Like, especially now seeing it, it just looks like a Venom just breaking the earth or something like that, or crash landing. So I guess I kind of did my job, but not really. Man, the critique I have for this is horrible. Like, I am just just putting myself down right now. Like, hey, do better. Um, it's actually kind of inspired me to go back and finish up the project. At least make it like not as crappy as this. Because damn, like this is like bare bones level skill making and whatnot. This is like storyboard art. Obviously, it gets quote unquote better. I do remember throwing some textures on it, and I just like called it a day, and that was, yeah, that's not how you save it all. Now we have AI art and all this good stuff like that. So it's like the competition is steep. You can't be putting this crap out. You can't be putting this crap out without consequences. Um, yeah. So yeah, yeah, especially with the smile too. It just gives off huge Venom vibes. I did not catch that earlier. I mean, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. I love Venom the symbiote. I love, honestly, I don't think Venom is like a standalone character. I don't think he can stand alone. I think he needs Spider-Man there just to Even if he's like the hero of his own story, I would prefer Spider-Man to be there for a safety net. Cause man, but nah, Venom is a character. Like it's I think Todd McFarlane got the shaft. Like I mean, his characters like Spawn and all this extra stuff. It's Venom. Actually, those are the only ones I really like know off the top of my head. Honestly, very intuitive characters, very free flowing, and just I just love everything about it about those characters. Here you can see me trying to like find the right particles to get like a little bit of dust and concreteness into the show. Doesn't really work well. Does not really work well. I mean, it gives a little bit of texture, just not the texture I was aiming for. Um, you could look at this and just be like, oh well, it looks like gravel to a certain degree. It does. It's just once again like there's better ways to do go about this. I just wanted to like just kind of go about it my own way. So bam, that's me, quote unquote, softening up those textures a little bit, and I could apply them a little bit differently. And by a little bit differently, I mean like I could just probably just put it on a different layer. Like man, like looking back at what I did and what I can do now, it's a little embarrassing. At least I take advantage of that. I was about to say like you could just do that, buddy. Like you could just move the canvas around. Don't be afraid to move the canvas around. Either move the canvas around or move your technique around, depending on what it is and how you can do it and whatnot. Just get comfortable with the medium. Yes, that's the best way I could put it. Just get comfortable with the medium. Um, yeah, applying a little bit of color that we're gonna see throughout this, and I'm not gonna lie, just giving off that little blue mask and a little bit of skin tone, it does change it up a lot. It doesn't just feel like Venom anymore. Like it doesn't just feel like a Venom ripoff, and it does drastically change it. Once again, this was like what 4 or 5 years ago. I really don't know. It's been a while. I yeah yeah it's been a while. Um and yeah, I am quite ashamed about all of this, but also gun ho about it too. Like like when I was like really into it, I was like making a card a day, trying to like really stretch the limits of like what I knew, and it was good practice as well. Back when I had hope and stuff. So here I'm just like adding glowies and really yeah, trying to amplify this the the feels of it all. And here I'm not gonna lie, like there this is a technique. This isn't the best technique. It's getting semi good results. I probably should use this technique a little bit more, but I'm not going to. I'm pretty sure there's other ways that I'm positive there's other ways that I could have done this without doing this. But I think this technique it does feel kind of how do you say satisfying, if I remember correctly when I was doing it. There's like this whole uh, zigzag motion that you just do, and it kind of calms you down. I don't it helps with just certain aspects and stuff. So yeah, I wish I toned it down a little bit. I can once again I can't remember exactly how I went about this. Yeah, nope, that's it. Yeah, yep. I called it. I didn't tone it down. What can you do? So that's slam three.